Honestly, I don't even know what I'm gonna say right now. I just know that, like, this message is for someone out there that needs to hear this. And I was having a conversation with myself earlier while I was preparing dinner. And I was like, you just need to start recording. Like, you just need to start creating content. Like, you need to stop hiding. You need to show up. And I was listening to someone that I really like listening to here on YouTube. It's Mo. It's Mo. Act Like You Know. I finished recording this entire video and then I had to make sure that I got her name right on YouTube. So it's Mo. Act Like You Know. And she gives Mo messages, and just shout out to her because she's definitely, I can tell she's definitely an activator, because I realized that I need to just show up. You guys aren't gonna show up if I don't show up. I need to like speak up. I need to keep showing up. I mean, no matter how hard or discouraging your journey might be, if you are a content creator or somebody, I don't even really know if I want to put myself in the content creator box. I just know that I have a message. I just have words to deliver, and 111 on my timer as I said that. I just know I have something to say. And I've been just kind of like struggling with like just trying to figure out like what kind of content, like what platform do I want to put what kind of content on where. And I know on YouTube, like this time last year, I literally was making content around like spirituality and kind of like somewhat documenting my awakening, and then my spiritual awakening. And then I kind of just, a lot of things happened since then. Since then, I got a really amazing, I'm going to say I got my dream job. And I'm living in my dream apartment now. And a lot of great things have happened since this time last year. And it's just crazy what can happen in a year. And I've just been still trying to adjust to my new schedule, still trying to adjust to like unpacking. And my mom had said like she can come and help me, and I told her, I love you, thank you so much for offering that. However, I just feel as though that it's up to me. Like, I need to unpack these boxes and place things where they need to go. And then she was also talking about how, you know, you can maybe hire someone to help you unpack your boxes. I'm like, yes, that is also a great idea, but I don't want to do that. Like, as you can see, I still have some things that this has been up here for like almost a month maybe. And I was like, oh, I can't make content until everything's perfect. I can't make content until my boxes are unpacked. And I'm like, sweetie, you're putting those limitations on yourself. You still, like, you need to understand that, like, you still need to show up. It doesn't matter if you have 2 boxes or 20 boxes. You have something to say, and you need to get up and say something. You need to make yourself presentable, even if you don't know what you're going to say. Just ask God to guide your tongue and guide your words of wisdom, so that this can help activate the next person. This can help awaken the next person who maybe they have a bunch of boxes in their place and they've been struggling because they're like, oh, I don't really know, or I don't really feel like I can because I have this and this to do. But 333 just passed on my timer. Those are the limitations that you're putting on yourself. And those are limitations I was putting on myself. I'm like, no, but like, I can just get on here and record. Like, I can just get on here and make a video. Do it messy. Do it scared. Do it if you don't even know what's going to happen. That's what's keeping you back. You're thinking, me, I'm talking, this is for myself, but I'm like, let's record this because this is also for someone else too. If I'm just sitting here and I'm like, oh, but it has to be this way, and then it has to be this day, and it has to be that way, and it has to be, you're never, ever, ever going to get to where you want to go if you keep trying to tweak things before you even release them. Like, how do you know what to tweak if you haven't released it? How do you know what needs to be fixed if you haven't shown it to other people and like this makes sense or this doesn't make sense or whatever it is? I mean, this message is for you to take what resonates and leave the rest. And I made this channel. This is gonna go on my D High and Lex channel. I have 2 YouTube channels, or actually I have more than that, but this is gonna go on this channel here because that channel was birthed 444, as I say this, during my spiritual awakening. And I was like the high-end Lex, because I understood what it means to be spiritually awakened. I understood. I'm like, wait, have I reached enlightenment? And I can't say reached enlightenment, but I will say that I've been enlightened in some way, shape, or form, where I have a better understanding of what Christ consciousness means. I understand what it means to be an energetic alchemist. I understand what it means to quantum shift to, you know, your highest timeline. Like, I'm here. Hello. You made it. Hello. It might not look like how you thought, but you're here. Wake up. Hello. You made it. If you're watching this video, you literally made it. Like, even if it doesn't physically look like it, energetically, you made it. You made it. If I'm here on your screen, like, I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, but I'm tooting my own horn because you made it. I don't post often. I really want to post more, but stop holding yourself back. Seriously. Because a whole year went by and now it's 2026. What have you done? What have you changed? What have you not changed? And this isn't for you to beat yourself up. This is more for like self-reflection. So yeah, that's just all I had to say. Like, I don't really have anything else to say other than like, just do it scared. I want to get on here every day and have a video to say and have a video to record. And then I used to be like, oh, it has to be past like 11 minutes. No, I'm just going to say what I have to say on YouTube. And then I also want to start posting again on Instagram. Like, Instagram is supposed to be like the shorter form content, like tips and tricks on like how to do this and how to do that. And YouTube is supposed to be like the longer messages. YouTube is supposed to be like, you know, this is what I learned, and this is, you know, something that you can try to take into your own world, your own universe. And also something that I had to unlearn was like the chakra centers, the energy centers. And I grew up in a religious household, which still to this day, it's still the same, but there's nothing wrong with that. The Christian values is what I was brought up and raised with, and it's something that I had to really sit and think about. I had to really understand like what scripture is saying. And I realized that like certain words or scriptures and phrases aren't going to make sense to the people who it's not going to make sense to. What do I mean by this? What I mean is this. Let's say, you know those movies where it's like Harry Potter movies, or those movies where there's like this grimoire and someone opens it and they start reading it, and then like the words start to light up, and they start to understand or really understand like what the book is speaking to them, the book is saying to them. That's what happened to me when one day I opened up the Bible and I just felt like who wrote it. And I felt like what the intention was behind certain words. And it was just very like masculine energy. Not to say that there's anything good or bad with that, but I was just like, why do I feel like there's like this huge like patriarchal push, like this whole like masculine energy behind this thing that I'm reading? And I'm not really gonna like, I don't want to say too much, but it was scary, because I was like, oh my God, we've been lied to in a sense. And if you know, you know, if you've gone through a spiritual awakening, or if you're going through one right now, it's scary. The truth, I'll say this, the truth is stranger than fiction, number one. Number two, the truth is gonna make you angry before you're like, okay, I think I know what I want to do, you know? And so I just, spiritually, I feel free. I feel like, I hope I'm making sense, but I just, after that whole situation of opening that book and realizing, wow, like being intuitive or being empathetic or all of those words there, that's real. Spirituality is real. Witnessing God is real. Like, this stuff is real. And that's why I realized that I have to be extremely careful of the type of content that I watch, the type of music that I listen to, because now it affects me on an energetic level. And being spiritually awakened is being in tune to like what the soul of someone else is saying or doing or expressing, and it hits your soul. So that's why you have to cleanse yourself spiritually, whether it's deep breathing, whether it's grounding, whether it's going for a walk, if you need to follow something yourself. Spirituality is really your own personal development with God. That's what it is. And it's not like religion, where my view is that religion puts you in a box. It puts you in a box of how you need to think and act and associate yourself with our Creator. And breaking free from that was probably one of the most liberating things, probably the most liberating thing that I have ever experienced in my entire life, at least in this lifetime. And I didn't even mean to talk this long, but this is what I'm saying. Like, just press record. Just press record, because someone else needs to hear this. And when I tell you 1044, I've been being pushed. I'm talking about pushed, literally pushed, nudged to, this is what I'm called to do. Like, I tried to like run away from it. I tried to like not talk about things. I tried to not want to post. Whole time it made me want to post even more. It made me want to talk about these things even more. I'm not talking about anything negative or evil or bad. I'm telling you the truth. 11:11 on my timer. So anyways, I'm gonna go, but I want you to just get up and do it. Like, it's 2026. It's 2026. I said last year. This time last year, I should have said 2 years ago. 11:33. I'm sorry. Earlier in this video, I said I made this channel last year. No, sorry. I made this video 2 years ago almost. In spring, it'll be 2 years ago. I've been on this like 11:44, this content creation spirituality journey. It's been 2 years almost. This spring, in the next few months, couple of months even, it's going to be spring. Interesting. So yeah, I made this channel in 2024. I was going through a significant part of my awakening also in 2024. And I've come out on the other side just feeling like, wow, this is really what it's like to be in the heaven frequency. And that's the thing too. They don't talk to you about what heaven really is. Like, I'm going to tell you my experience. You take with it what you do with it, what you will. But this is like real. This is an experience that I had with God, okay? Heaven is a frequency. Heaven is also a destination. But you only get to that destination based on the frequency that you're in. So if you are still holding on to like trauma and sadness, and he did this and she did that, and the victim mindset, and oh, I hate you and this and that, wherever, like, when it's time for you to cross over, your soul, your spirit is going to end up in that frequency, whatever that looks like for you. So it might just be like a repetitive cycle of hatred. I don't know. That's not heaven. That's like your vibration, your frequency. That's what, quote unquote, some people might call HE double hockey stick. Okay. Heaven is a vibration. Heaven is a frequency of having a clear and sound mind, feeling peace, feeling peaceful, feeling at peace with yourself, feeling like, wow, like I can really work in unison with my divine masculine and my divine feminine energy. Feeling like I can finally go and do the things that I want to do. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to go bungee jumping if I feel called to go bungee jumping. I'm not afraid to go here. I'm not afraid to go there, because your energy and your frequency and your vibration, which are three different things, they all come together and work in tandem with one another. Your energy is like, what are your energy levels like? Are you feeling like you want to be social or go out the house? Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling at peace? That's what I interpret energy as. Your frequency is like, it's like a sliding scale. It's like, how light is your heart? Like, 1414, as they say, I think it's in the in Egyptian mythology, I can't remember, but it's like light. Make sure your heart is light as a feather, or if you have a heart as light as gold, something like that. I can't remember. A heart of gold, or your heart is light as a feather. Either way, that's your frequency. The lighter your heart is, the easier it is for your consciousness to ascend to the higher levels of happiness, peace, freedom, gratitude. You're no longer in fear. You're no longer in like lower vibrational frequencies. Okay? And then then your vibration is how long are you holding on to that frequency? How long are you holding on to that vision that you have in your head? Like that vibration, like what are you vibrating at? Because vibration to me means like action. It means like something that's moving. So how long is something sustaining that vibration? Right? Sorry. And then another thing too is, hold on. Okay. So, another thing too that I would say is just holding on to those three concepts. It's really different ways of explaining your state of being and like your energy and all of that. But this is something that I've been teaching myself for over a decade, like since 2015, I'd say. 2015 is when I really started becoming more aware and conscious about like my health and my fitness. And I was in high school at the time. I think I was a senior. And I just realized that I was in this strength and conditioning class with my best friend at the time. And I realized me and him were like that. And we would kind of get competitive because there would be days where we'd have to run around the track. But I say all this to say, throughout that journey, I realized that I really want to have like a nice physically fit physique. And 10 years later, I'm not exactly there yet, but I'm still maintaining something similar to the body that I had in my senior year of high school, right? So even with the pandemic and all of that, like I still have managed to maintain my weight, and I'm so proud of that. But that's just one of the aspects that I'm talking about in terms of things that I've become aware to and things that I've become conscious of during my spiritual journey with God and with my higher self as well. I also like to talk about it in that sense too. And yeah, I just didn't even mean this video was completely unplanned, but I think it's time for me to like come out of my cocoon. I think it's time for me to like just post. It doesn't matter who shows up, just post, because your vibe attracts your tribe. And I know the vibration that I'm at. I know the frequency that I hold. And I say this in like the least like, I don't, because there's people out there who probably, hopefully they don't see this video, but if they do, they might not have healed, and then they might take it from like an egotistical standpoint, and that's not where I'm coming from. I'm just coming from a place of truth. And I've been working on my energy centers, my chakras. I think I meant to mention that earlier in the video. Something that I had to relearn or unlearn is that your energy centers, your chakras, they're not evil, they're not demonic or anything like that. Those are lies. I think what people see, they see their own demons. They see their own entities that they've conjured up, or whatever you want to say it. Like they see their own fears and traumas that they have to face. When you work on each energy center, at least the 7 main ones, your root chakra and your sacral chakra and your solar plexus and your heart chakra, your throat chakra and your third eye and your crown chakra, and then there's other ones, there's a bunch of other ones, but those are the 7 main ones. When you work on those, your body will be in alignment. Like I've been working on them for years. And I learned like this entire time, I didn't even realize this, but this entire time I was aligning, or I still am aligning with my higher self all these years. And so to be where I'm at now and to realize like, there's just moments where I just never thought I would be in the position that I am in now. And this is just the beginning. And I don't need to be afraid to talk about it, because this is me. This is who I am. This is where I'm at. I got myself here with the help of God, with the help of the Most High. I use this vessel. God helped me use my vessel to get to where I'm at right now. And that's a blessing. I mean, in the spiritual community, people don't really like to say the word like blessing because they think it's a blessing. It's all what you think. It's all what you feed your mind. I think blessing is, I don't think of it that way. I think it's a blessing. I think I'm just grateful to be where I'm at. And I know I haven't posted on this channel in a while. I think the last video that I posted was when I moved in here, which was probably a couple months ago. So yeah, just show up, do what you need to do, be scared. And another thing too is like, if it doesn't scare you, then you need to dream bigger. And this scares me. Speaking in front of potentially thousands, potentially millions of people, that's actually kind of scary. But at the end of the day, this is something that like God has been showing me visions about like over and over and over and over again. So I'm like, fine, here we go again. I'm gonna surrender again and just speak my truth and just talk and try to help other people who are on their spiritual awakening journey, because it's scary. I didn't have anybody like with me. Like, no one knew that I was going through an awakening. I had to go through a lot of things on my own. It's not to say, oh, feel bad for me or whatever. No. That's because some people's ego might make them think that I'm trying to say that, and I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, I'm just glad that I made it through, and I'm so happy that I survived, because the spiritual awakening is not for the faint of heart, and it's not for the weak. It's definitely not. You're gonna feel like you're being unalived. Yep. Anyways, that was just mine, at least. Everyone's can be different, but I'm gonna go. This video is like super long. I didn't even mean to talk this long, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, I felt called to speak. I have something to say. It doesn't matter about the boxes that's behind me. It doesn't matter that like maybe my hair and my nails aren't done. It doesn't matter that I'm not wearing makeup. It doesn't matter that I'm not wearing a cute outfit. What matters is the message. That's what matters. So I want you all to enjoy this message. Take what works or take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And just stay awesome and stay high off of God's supply. I mean, yeah. All right. Thank you so much for listening and for watching, and I hope you got something activating from this message. All right.